Good morning, everyone. Mr. Recon here, coming at you with another weekly update video for this week's events. So this week we have Enrolls, Girls Assembly, the Pumpkin Dagger event still, and Tech Innovations. We'll get into each one in a second, but first off, I just want to say we have a new skin for Crystal, and it is lovely. I like it. It's one of my new favorite skins in the game. I love the pumpkin on the left-hand side. The scared face on it it's just great. But that being said, let's get just into the events. The event time is going to run from the 6th to the 12th. For me, that's the 5th through 11th. So depending on where you live, you might be a day behind, or you might be on the actual date time for the event. And daily rewards for this week are going to be 1 Enroll, 2 Pumpkin Daggers. So that's still 14 in total for Pumpkin Daggers. So if you're free to play, you're still going to only going to have 28, and you're only going to have to get round 2. So to get to round 3, you're going to spend a couple dollars to get to that Nobu skin, which is very lovely as well. I like that one as well. And then 7 Enrolls in total is all you're going to get. Same as always. If you keep saving them, you'll eventually get up there to save to get to 320. Okay, so first we're going to get into Enrolls. It's 4 rounds as always. This week it's Trinity and Hexa. And then you get 6 Pumpkin Daggers, which is totals 24. And then we have Ball Bearings as well, which we'll get into that later on. You get 48 of those in total if you finish all 4 rounds. And then 60 Ruins as well for all 4 rounds. Now, the thing here is that Trinity is not very good at all. We've established that. And if you're free to play, I would skip this. Even though we have Ball Bearings and we need it for the new class gear sets to upgrade them. They're not really new, but to upgrade them into pink. They're needed. I don't see wasting 320 just for Trinity. I would say for a better girl, and then later on when we get more ways to get Ball Bearings, you can get them that way. I would just go ahead and, if you are saving them and you're not a spender, I would just skip Trinity in all honesty. But that's up to you on whatever you want to do. Okay, next we have Girls Assembly. Girls Assembly, same as always, 10 Enrolls, 24 capsules, and then we get little lower tier gear sets, which can help to make higher tiers. This should be easy for everybody if you've been saving up. If you've been playing for a little bit, you can get it every month if you do it correctly. So, it's one of the easier events we have, and it's more free-to-play friendly than anything else. And then if you complete all of them, all 6, you get Crystal, because we got a new skin with her. But it's nice that we get a somewhat decent girl from Girls Assembly. Usually we get Foo girls, really bad ones, horrible ones that nobody ever wants, and we get Crystal, and I'm just kind of like, this is really refreshing. Like, it's nice that we get something that is actually useful to an extent in the meta. But we can all hope and dream that we might get a better one. It might not happen, but we'll see. Maybe a year from now, they'll put a Neff there. I doubt it, but one can dream, right? Next up, we have Tech Innovation. So Tech Innovation, for the first part, it's the same. For as far as the 4 stars to demons, the demons to angel gear, and then the new thing is angel gear to class gear set, which is lovely and nice. Only obviously limit 1 for each one. So 4,000 gems to 100 million coins to get that nice, beautiful class gear set. So if you have the resources to get it, I would say get it. If you're free to play and you have the resources to get it, because it's going to be the way that you're going to get your class gear sets every month from the Tech Innovation. So if you grab it, grab it. It's just a good way to get it, because eventually you're going to need them to stay competitive if you're into that kind of thing in your server. If not, you can get it eventually. But this is a great way of getting class gear sets without spending oodles and oodles of money, essentially. And then we have the new, not really new class gear sets, but it's like an upgraded version, I guess you could say, from the normal class gear sets to pink upgraded class gear sets. What you're going to need is 2 class gear sets, so you're going to need the specific one you want, and then any class set, whatever you want to use. And then you're going to need 3 meteorite shards to do the first one, and then the next one will be any class set plus 6 meteorite shards, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, you're gonna need a lot. That's just kind of insane, but hey, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. So, um, as far as the ball bearings go, we don't get much for this event, and it takes 8 to make 3 meteorite shards, which is not a lot. And then we have 100 ball bearings to get to 1 class gear set. Now, as I recall, the only thing I saw reading this whole event or looking at any of it, unless something they put in the game is different, I didn't see anything. We only get 48 from the Enroll event. So maybe that's just telling us for in the future, like, hey, whenever we have more ways of getting ball bearings, this is what how many you're going to need to make a class gear set. So depending on how hard it is to get to getting these class gear sets with these ball bearings, will determine how easy we can upgrade these class gear sets over time. So as far as right now, don't really have a good idea, but we're going to find out eventually. The pink gear sets will grant skills, and there's 3 skills to choose from each one. Now, I'm just going to briefly cover this right now. I'm going to do a different video on these abilities and a little bit more depth when I can talk to other people and have some little bit of testing done with them to give you guys a more definitive answer on how some of these will work and how they're going to operate with each class of the girls. But I will say that you could choose from, let's say, we'll look at Warrior right here. It's Warrior 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you're at pink 1 star for the upgraded class here, you're going to be at the 1.5 part. If you're at class gear 3, you're going to be at the 3.5 mark. Now, you can pick between Warrior 1, 2, or 3 ability. Whichever one you pick will be on that girl. And then the percentage points will be determined on what level your class gear set is for the pink upgraded version. So if you're at 3, let's look at Warrior 2, you'll be at 50%. Let's say you're at class gear set pink 2, level 2, and you put on Warrior level 3, you will be at 6% and 45% right there. So how that would work. Now, as far as the abilities go for the rest of them, I will cover that, like I said, in a different video where we can break it down a little bit better and have more time and more discussion with other players to figure out how this is going to play out so that we can give a better detailed answer for everyone. So I'm not going to get into that in this video right here. So scroll down, moving on. Then we have, of course, as earlier, the Halloween Pumpkin Patch event. You need daggers to cut them, 10 for each round. If you're free to play, you'll get to 28 cuts, and then you'll need 2 more to get to round 3 for that beautiful Nobu skin, because it's very lovely. I actually like that. And then there's 27 rounds in total. The big thing here is I thought that I was going to need NEF copies. People have that as well from the 80 boxes, but now that we have this class gear set thing out, those class gear sets look very juicy if you can make it that far. Most people won't, but damn, I wish I could get all 3 of them. Maybe 2 of them, but we'll have to wait and see. The Antique, covered it earlier. It's not really that great in this format. It does help against E-Saint. I did verify that. It does reduce the DOT, so she can do a little bit less damage from her burn stack removal to damage conversion. But overall, this Antique is not that great. Maybe in the future, if there's a heavy DOT format, meta, I should say, that comes out and about in a year or two, magically happens. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, this Antique is not very useful. I haven't found a use for it. Somebody might have, but I haven't personally. So don't be overhyped about it. It's just something new. It's not really that great. Methods to acquire the pumpkin daggers. Daily mail as always. So 14 in total for the whole week, just like last week. Purchase with gems. I don't think it's going to reset. So if I've already done it, it's already done with. So value packs, skin packs, and special skin packs, which are down below. Same as last week. And then a roll exam, which you get 24 from. So it's the same. And that said, last week was capsules. This week's Enroll. So the value packs. Everything is the same. Even the daggers from the capsules, it's still 852. so on down. Enrolls are still the same when you purchase them, 28.29. They're the same. The gems still the same. So these value packs, I mean, obviously pumpkin daggers are here, so it's different from the last time we had an enroll event for whatever it was. But the gems and the enrolls are still the same for that, so it's nothing different there. Then we have a special gift pack. $70 one, not really impressed with it. It's a elite badge. You're playing Russian roulette at that point. If that's something you like to do, go for it. But I just don't see the value for this pack as much. But it's up to you. I would not personally buy this one. Next, we have the $5 one. These ones are always great for the 888 gems alone. This one's not as juicy because it has 8 million coins. We can get those easy now. They updated the way you get coins, which is great. 50 shards. It's just normal shards. It's not even that. If it was elite shards, maybe, but it's just normal. It's like, okay, whatever, right? You know, it's like, And then 1 pumpkin dagger. So if you need pumpkin daggers to finish the event with some decent amount of gems, it's decent. Special skin pack. This one is nice. It's a lot better value than some of them we've had in the past. Some have been really, really bad. The skin is very nice as well. So if you want to get Crystal skin because you love her and she's just cute, you can get her skin. And you're still going to get a decent amount of enrolls for 24, good value. And then 7 pumpkin daggers, which 8 is $100. So $70 for 7 is pretty good. And lastly, we come to our best pack to buy this week is this week's $5. It's 888 gems, 2 enrolls, 1 pumpkin dagger, and 10 juices, which we all need juices so bad right now. It's just so horrible in the game. But you can buy both of them, get around 1,600 gems, 1,700 gems, 4 enrolls, 10 million juice, 2 daggers. That's great value. And if you need more gems, you can just spend another $10 on the other 2 888 gems. For $20, you can get around 3,000 gems, which is glorious. That's almost the same as about $70 for 3,800 gems. So that's a deal right there in itself. But these $5 packs are always the best to go. If you're going to buy anything first before a monthly pass, get these. They are great value every single time, every week. That's all I got for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any further comments, concerns, or complaints, I guess you want to say, you can leave a comment below. There'll also be a link to my Discord, so you can message me and ask me questions in my Discord. Like I said before, I will do a different video on the class gear sets on upgrading them, so we will break that down and cover it more. If you have questions about which ones you might want to use for your girls, you can send me a message and I will see what I can do and we can try to figure something out. Everyone have a wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next weekly update video. Have a good one.